Greetings and welcome to Tech Writing Online for TCC Connect. I'm Dr. Sutton. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of how to get started in this course so that you can easily navigate everything that's ahead of you and be ready to jump into the work from day one. So, first thing, WebAdvisor login. Single login setup and all for both this now and for Blackboard, so my TCCD, your Gmail account and all, which is where you're going to do most of your emailing to me, and it's where I'm going to get my email from you, and then of course WebAdvisor. So log in. I go to Blackboard. And then my view is going to look different than yours because of course I'm teaching all these courses. So all you have to do is locate your section of tech writing, click on the link, and the course is already set up and ready to go. It just hasn't released yet, and I wouldn't anticipate it releasing for a few more days. But this is just to get you ready to roll on day one. So we've got several different navigational items over here. The options are to hit the start here. You can read all this information if you want to, or I will suggest coming to this after looking at the syllabus. Look at the netiquette thing, just make certain you're communicating with each other professionally, nothing insulting. There's a little bit of intro beginning stuff, navigating the course, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So go to syllabus. This contains all the information you need to know about the course. A couple highlighted points. First, my email address is david.sutton@tccd.edu. However, if you email me directly through my TCCD, it'll go to davidsutton@mytccd.edu, which is actually where I prefer to get student emails. Anybody that emails me gets a pretty quick response from me, so I'm there to help and be of service as best I can. I'll be online to assist with course needs from about 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a situation where I'll just be in front of a computer and accessible for you. The book, Mike Markell, Technical Communication 11th edition. This course is unlike some that I teach because this one actually was built with the book in mind, so it can be helpful to you. It provides really nice examples of some of the assignments you're going to be required to do. That being said, I've created my online presence to be able to be done even without the book. So we can't say you have to buy the book, but that's the book and it can be helpful and useful to you. All the materials you need is my TCCD because everything you're going to do is functionally is going to be here, save occasionally when we email back and forth. Otherwise, Microsoft Word to be able to create the documents or pages or whatever the case may be. So as far as attendance policy is concerned, it's pretty straightforward. We're not a standard face-to-face course where we're going to have a specific time and day that we meet, but still have to take attendance, and if you aren't actually active within the course, there's a chance that you'll get behind very quickly. And if you're not careful, you'll either sink because you just won't get things done, or you may result to dishonesty practices and all that just would be a bad idea. So log in once per week, peruse things, make certain you're keeping up to date via email with the announcements I send out, communications. I don't send too many, usually about once a week, to just kind of give an update of where you should hypothetically be. Please note that's not a marker if you have to be there necessarily unless it's a due date. It's just suggestions and a way to kind of keep you all on track. Makeup work, not really an issue because you're not going to miss the class because it's online. But if you have some reason that you can't log in for a week or two, please at least contact me so I can make some sort of accommodations to work with you. Additionally, as far as late assignments are concerned and things like that, my late policy is pretty simplistic in that if something comes in late, then I'll give you one freebie. I don't ask questions, no concerns, no worries, nothing. Just submit it and all, and we're good to go. After the one freebie, it's a 0 if you don't have it in by the main due date. I need the things in by the main due dates because it allows me to have enough time to give you feedback, you to do revisions before I cut off those revisions and move into the next assignment. Plagiarism and dishonesty, don't cheat or you'll fail. That's pretty much as simple as I can put it. I put a 0 on the very first assignment. There's no redoing those assignments. I had somebody that thought there was this last semester, and there's not. You do not get a second chance. And furthermore, if you actually cheat on a second assignment, I'm going to report it to the administration of TCC with my recommendation that you not be a member of TCC. I do not have a stomach for cheating. If there's something that comes up that makes you think you can't submit your own work because of some reason, it's better to email me and see if there is a possibility to work things around or just take the random 0 than it is to submit stuff that's plagiarized. Major assignments, 4 different points. One is writing technical documents as a small assignment to get you started. Then we're going to do a business letter, which we're going to have our own letterhead and a couple things that'll go in with that. Then we move to the resume and cover letter, and then finally walkthroughs. You can see the point breakdown totals up to 100 overall. The writing for this is going to be a little bit different than, say, 1301 and 02 because we're going to be writing for business purposes, so there's going to be some cases where we're going to take some shortcuts that are required for tech writing, but forbidden in regular academic writing. As far as the release of these assignments, I've got them all set with the dates that they're going to get released. I'll show you those in a moment. When the date appears, I'll make the assignment available. You'll have the ability to work on it and then submit it by the due date. 100-point grading scale. I don't round grades. And you can pretty much read the rest of that. This, you can see a standard breakdown of how the assignments go. Literally, I'm going to leave assignments for week 1 and week 2 open automatically from day 1. Then the assignments for week 3, 3 through 4, 5 through 7, 8 through 15, and then, well, there's nothing really for week 16, but so 8 through 15, all of these right here in the middle. I'll release those at the start point that they list, and then the assignment will run through the due date that's listed. So it gives you more than enough time to complete the work and also keep things paced. Also keep in mind we do have spring break this semester, so that's the week of March 10th through 18th. Materials will be available because it's my TCCD. As you can see, materials for the walkthrough become available, and you've got about a little over a month to work through the materials. That's because we have a whole week off for spring break, and plus this can be one of the more trying pieces because you not only have to do a written piece, but you have to do a video piece as well for it. We'll make certain that you have a chance to fine-tune the final products for that as well, which could include going back and re-recording the entire video for advanced revisions. Unlike my 1302 courses or 01, if you've had me before as a professor with tech writing, I let you revise all the way up to the end. We revise every last one of these assignments. We want every single one of them sing as if they are business ready to go forth into the world and do what they need to. Further navigations, you get the My Grades tab here, which will take you in and show you your grades in the course. The way my system works is it goes up. Every time I put an assignment in, those points will calculate along with any others that are present to show you how you're progressing towards the maximum 100 points. If you're wondering how the points affect you, well, anything less than all the points for that assignment is going to affect you by that exact same number being off the score of 100. If you do not like the work that you submit on the first try, and you want to do revisions, I'll have windows for advanced revisions for each of the assignments, so it should be feasible to get the grades you want in the course. Discussion board, if you're going to use that in this course, it's going to be accessible from inside the lessons. And then announcements, this is where it's going to post any announcements that I make. Alright, lessons. As you can see, it's got due dates for each one of the units that are present here. These have gone shaded into sort of a form of gray because these lessons are inaccessible because not time to work on them yet. You've got plenty to get you started. To get into a lesson, all you have to do is click on the lesson's main title. It tells you what you're going to be doing in that lesson, and you just follow through on it. Submitting assignments in this course is relatively easy as well. We go into the writing technical documents. So let's say you get ready to actually do an assignment. This one, the instructions are here as opposed to fully spelled out. Really, it's a case of TCC Connect started creating course shells, pre-developed courses, and then the instructors are able to make certain changes to them. This is just some of the stuff that they had initially loaded, and I kept it because we have to keep the lessons, and I think it's good information that's useful. And this is really kind of a cool assignment because it lets me kind of see a little bit of how you write. So it's time to turn in your assignment. What do? You come to this exact page after having read this document and completed the assignment. You'll click on this link, so just the title. Shows you how many points are possible. You'll scroll down. Hit browse your computer and you'll upload your document that you've completed either in .doc or PDF format. Those are the two preferred ones, unless you're dealing with something else than just for this course. .doc.pdf is best. Tell it you agree, and then hit submit. Now, what happens if you accidentally submit the wrong document or you notice something after you submit it? Well, you can submit more than once on these documents. They're set to accept multiple submissions. Whenever the assignment's graded, you'll be able to view it in My Grades. Now, I will state if you submit 2 or 3 submissions, what will typically happen is I'll submit the most recent one that you've had submitted, and I'll evaluate that. And then I have to do something as placeholders for the others, so I'll just put them as zeros because all my feedback and comment will be based on the most recent document that you've given me. If, however, let's say it's a case where you submit the revision after I've already evaluated the document or just as I'm in the process of doing it, I'm going to stick with the one that I finished evaluating and send it back to you, because usually the mistakes are still in that other version as well, and it's just easier and allows you to go ahead and get the revisions knocked out. So that's how that progresses. As I said, each of the assignments works that way, explains exactly what to be doing, what books to read, everything you need to function. One thing I'm going to state is in an online course, if you do have confusion or need help, feel free to contact me via email so that I can assist you. I do know it may take me a few hours to a day to respond back, or I may just respond by making a video like this or posting to the announcements instead of sharing out to everyone. Whatever the case it may be, I will get to your questions and provide the assistance you need. Otherwise, I look forward to working with you. Have a great one.